When I was alone in the school lab, I started humming a tune. Nice thinking about me every night. Oh, is that sweet? I guess so. Hey, did you hear that? Is that the panda? The sound of two girls' footsteps got closer to me. Gotcha. Where did it go? I swear I heard someone singing. Maybe we were mistaken. Let's go. Phew, if you don't know where I was hiding. Let me tell you. Over here. Let me explain why I had to hide my singing voice. Bring your popcorn and drinks because this is quite the story. I'm Vanessa, a 17-year-old girl who loves singing. I used to be very confident. My parents always said I'd become a famous singer someday. I nurtured my dream until I was 13 when a big incident happened. My family faced a huge crisis. My dad's company went bankrupt. Our happy family suddenly became distant and cold. Not long after, my parents divorced and I moved to live with my mum's relatives. I couldn't afford to pursue my singing dream anymore. I even had to sell my piano to cover school expenses. But that wasn't the worst part. One day on my way to school, my umbrella got blown away by the wind and fell onto the street. I ran to pick it up without looking at the traffic. I was lucky to survive the accident, but I was left with a huge scar on my face. I couldn't let makeup touch the scar, which meant my path to the stage was even more obstructed. Because of the large scar on my face and my not-so-great financial situation, my classmates often ignored me. But one person didn't care about my looks and stayed by my side. That was Gabriella. She was the total opposite of me. Gabriella had everything: beauty, wealth, popularity, yet she still befriended me. Maybe because when she accidentally heard me sing for the first time, she felt a connection through music. I saw Gabriella as a family member. I was comfortable being myself around her. Baby, I'm in love with my best friend. It's a waste if you don't become a singer. Unlike me, I have no interest in singing, but my mum keeps forcing me to go to a music school. I just want to become an actress. The things she had were exactly my dreams. I also wanted to be a singer. But what chances did a girl with no money and no looks like me have? No, I was wrong. There was actually a way for me to continue pursuing my dream. A representative from the University of Michigan came to announce there was a scholarship for music students who applied early. The scholarship covered 100% of the tuition fees. No way Michigan is really going all out this year. They'll definitely be looking for someone with both voice and looks. It's going to be tough, right? Right? I knew I didn't have the looks, but this was a once-in-a-lifetime chance. I might not become a professional singer, but I could still follow my passion as a music teacher. That night, I went home and thought hard about how I could apply for the audition. What if this scar on my face made me fail instantly? As I was thinking, I noticed my cousin's panda mask on the bookshelf. An idea sparked. I put on that silly mask and started recording. I sang my heart out until my voice was hoarse, and then, feeling bold, I sent the video for the audition. I knew the competition was tough, but I still hoped for a little bit of luck. From that day on, I checked my email obsessively. A week went by, and still nothing from Michigan. I was starting to feel hopeless, thinking I had no chance. But then I heard my own singing coming from a girl's phone nearby, and then another. I rushed over and borrowed a phone from a friend. Someone had uploaded my audition video to TikTok, and it had millions of likes. My friend was like, "Don't you know? The panda is super famous right now. Everyone's trying to find the girl with this voice." Just then, my phone rang. It was Gabriella. "Vanessa, you're famous." "Wait, I need to see you right now. There's something I need your help with." As soon as Gabriella got my urgent text, she rushed to school. We found a quiet spot in the hallway to talk. I handed her my phone, and she carefully read the email from Michigan that had just arrived. "So, you need to appear in person to prove it's your voice," she said. I sighed. I can't show up in front of the judges with this scar. I'll be disqualified for sure. She immediately said, "Don't worry. My uncle has a cosmetic surgery clinic in Florida. I'll talk to him about getting your scar treated for free." Gabriella was my lifesaver. I couldn't believe how much I owed her. "Oh my gosh, thank you so much. What can I do to repay you?" After I said that, Gabriella hesitated. It looked like she wanted to ask for something big. It didn't matter what it was. I would do anything to help her. She then told me that her mother was seriously ill and might not make it. Her mom's biggest wish was for her to get into the music school. Gabriella had been practicing singing, but just couldn't improve, which was making her mother even more upset. She asked me to secretly sing for her on stage, so her mother, who was getting treatment abroad, could watch the stream and feel at ease. "I feel bad asking," she said, "but I'm so worried about my mum. Only when she sees me pursuing music will she feel at peace." Hearing her story, I immediately agreed to help. We started practicing together in secret, trying to perfectly sync her lip movements with my voice. Then Gabriella started taking me to music stages all over town. While she dazzled on stage in a sparkling outfit, I stood hidden in the shadows backstage. She'd look over, give me a quick wink, and that was my cue to start singing. Our performances were always flawless, but all the praise went to her. It stung a little, but she'd always reassure me. "We did it. Soon you'll be up there singing with your own voice." All her shows were live streamed, and she told me her mom watched every single one, so proud of her. People even started whispering that Gabriella was the mysterious singer known as the Panda. Seeing my hesitation, she promised, "Once my mum gets better, I'll tell everyone you're the real singer." Having a friend like her really put me at ease. She was even arranging everything for my trip to Florida for my surgery, which made me so grateful. But before Florida, I had to perform for her a few more times. One night, her relatives were in the audience, and Gabriella was a nervous wreck. I just held her hand and told her we'd be fine, and we were. After the show, her family swarmed her with praise. That's when I saw her, a blonde woman in the background. It was Carly Gross, the famous opera singer. I grabbed a pen and paper, so excited to get an autograph, but Gabriella blocked my way as her relatives quickly left. "Oh my gosh," I said, "you didn't tell me Carly Gross is your relative. I idolize her." She brushed it off, saying, "She's a distant relative. Besides, I don't like using connections." She had a point. It was better to prove myself with my own talent. I often asked about her mum, but she'd get evasive, saying things weren't improving. After 2 long months, my trip to Florida was finally happening. Gabriella had arranged everything, but couldn't come with me. I arrived at the clinic and was warmly greeted by a man she said was her uncle, as I excitedly told him about my plans after the scar was healed. He looked strangely worried. Just as he was about to start the surgery, he dropped his tools. "I can't do this," he confessed, his voice trembling. "I'm sorry." The truth he revealed hit me like a ton of bricks. Gabriella had paid him to botch my surgery. Why would she do this? Realizing I was in danger, I grabbed my things and ran. I had to get back home and uncover the truth. I'd never been to Gabriella's house, so I used the address from our class list to find it. I knocked on the door, and a healthy-looking older woman answered. "Hello, can I help you?" I asked, "Are you Gabriella's mom?" She nodded. I cautiously asked her about Gabriella's treatment abroad. She looked confused and told me they had never been abroad for any treatment. That's when it hit me. Gabriella had lied about everything. The next day at school, a crowd was congratulating Gabriella on winning the Michigan scholarship. It turned out that on the day I saw the singer Carly Gross, Gabriella had secretly arranged for the Michigan Evaluation Council to be there to witness the performance. She had approached me from the very beginning with a plan to turn me into her ghost singer. It was all a calculated act to steal my scholarship. She made the world believe she was the panda, and I had helped her do it. I walked straight through the crowd and pulled her aside. "I went to your house," I said. She tried to play innocent. "I'm so sorry. I didn't expect them to give me the scholarship. You helped me sing, so I'll pay you a lot of money." I cut her off. "Stop lying. You just wanted to use me," she sneered. "Think about it. How can you become a singer with a face like that? I'll even pay for you to apply to be a music teacher somewhere else." My own insecurity had cost me a precious opportunity, but I wasn't going to let her keep my voice. "Maybe I can't be a singer with this face," I said, "but my voice is mine. That's a fact." I pushed her to the ground. "Listen carefully. I don't need your dirty money. You can have that scholarship. But sooner or later, everyone will notice your voice quality dropping. Because you sing worse than me." I didn't expose her right away. Instead, I quietly uploaded my hidden singing clips online. Soon, fans started requesting those songs at her performances. Seeing the terror on her face was my first taste of victory. She'd make excuse after excuse until eventually she had to stop performing altogether to avoid being found out. Meanwhile, I told everyone I had to drop out just to make her let her guard down. I worked hard, finished my studies early, and saved up a few months later. I was accepted into the vocal department at Michigan University. You should have seen her face when she saw me at the student introduction event. I walked on stage, threw the panda mask on the ground, and watched her face turn pale. With my scarred face held high, I looked right at her and said, "I'd like to dedicate this next song, Toxic Friends, to someone special in the audience. Anything I want, my millionaire parents can get for me, even if it means plucking stars from the sky." And I'm not kidding. Ever since I was little, I was showered with all things Barbie because my mum just loved the brand. She promised to turn me into a Barbie princess, and, well, here I am. Today, I've got a whole Barbie-themed day planned, so come with me. First stop, the beauty salon for a VIP Barbie treatment. It's pure bliss. While I'm getting pampered, I overhear the staff whispering about some hottie walking down the street. Ugh, I've been on the lookout for my Ken for ages, but it feels like forever. When I get back home, I can hear my parents talking, and the mood is super tense. Apparently, my dad got me a gift, and it wasn't what I expected. Slow down, easy, don't trip. Ta-da, what do you think? It's amazing, right? Are you messing with me, Dad? A freaking Barbie toy house. I mean, yeah, I kept begging for a Barbie dream house, but I meant a real house, not a toy. I'm talking about a full-on, life-sized Barbie-style house with an elevator and a slide, all in pink. So, what about this one? Seeing that tiny toy house just made me so mad. If I wanted a toy, I could buy it myself. Who needs to beg their dad for that? No way. I smashed that house right in front of him. It's high time he built his Barbie princess a real one. Okay, you might hate me for being a diva, but listen to my mum's side of the story. She always said, "My little Barbie, don't be sad. Mummy will find a way to make Daddy see sense." She gets it, but my dad, he thinks I'm spoiled rotten and entitled. He said, "What's the big deal in buying a new house?" And my mum was like, "Duh, we can build one for her." But my dad's worried, what if she wants a whole palace next? I can't believe it. When I was 16, my dad worked extra shifts at the community center just to save up for a rental. Just then, the doorbell rings. Oh, my order. I open the door, grab the box, and totally forget to say thanks. But hey, who cares? Aura, don't tell me you bought another pair of shoes. Your room's like a shoe store already. No, I don't have this brand yet. They're the latest trend. Dad, do you realize some kids out there have just one pair? Do you feel any regret? Chill, Dad, we're loaded. My parents exchanged glances, some kind of silent talk going on there. We're wealthy because we worked damn hard for what we have. Your dad said at 16 he worked extra because he earned so little, and we're proud of that. How tough can working there be? You wouldn't last a week. You're so pampered. Aura, so disappointing. Watch me. If I volunteer at the local daycare for a week, I get my Barbie house. Deal, actually, not a bad idea. All right, it's a bet. So I decided to hit the local daycare the next day. All I have to do is serve food, clean up, and play with the kiddos. Piece of cake. The next day, my chauffeur drops me off. I talk big, but man, I was kind of nervous. I'm so used to being waited on, and now I'm the one doing the serving. But I need that Barbie house, so I've got to hustle. As I walk in, all the kids stare. What? Never seen a queen before? I approach the counter to introduce myself to the dude there. His name's Justin. Suddenly, the kids rush me. It's Barbie, Princess Barbie. They're kind of cute, to be honest. But then a kid grabs my dress and rips it. My favorite dress. Brutal. Before I could explode, Justin stepped in. Lunchtime's coming up. Let me show you the kitchen. I obediently followed him, but spoiler alert, things didn't go super smooth after that. Ow, hot, too hot. Dude, you got to be more careful. Justin shot me a look before leading the kid back to his seat. Gosh, who knew this gig would be so tough? I thought it'd be as straightforward as bowling. Justin then nudged me over to the bread distribution area. Let me guess, your parents made you work here too, right? Nah, I've been volunteering here for a few years. Volunteering? That's odd. Who works for free anyway? Lunch was over and all the kids had hit the hay, so I snuck a peek at my phone to scope out some new shoes. Not grabbing lunch. There's still some soup left. Ooh, I'm not touching that. I'll whip up something myself. That's right, folks. Your girl said she'd cook. I trailed Justin back into the kitchen and bam. Hundreds of dirty trays were there. What's next for this princess in the kitchen? You won't believe what happens. Can you get someone to clean this up? I need to make lunch here. Nah, we're cleaning this up ourselves. Huh, I've never washed dishes and have no clue how to. Here, suit up. I'll guide you. I guess I have no other choice. So, after adjusting the apron, I headed to the sink. I picked up a spoon and oh, snap, I'm drenched. Was there a tsunami or what? You're such a dork. Then Justin wipes my face with a cloth. All done. So, what are you feeling for lunch? I think I'll make some spaghetti. You sure you can handle that yourself? His words hit my pride like a wrecking ball. I puffed up and shouted in his face. Heck yes, I'm not a baby. Yeah, even little Minnie here can make spaghetti. He just walked away. A chunk of the kitchen was burned. Listen, you're here to help these kids, but you're dressed like a princess. What are you trying to prove? If you're only here because your parents made you, then just leave. I felt like every eye was on me, like a kid getting scolded. I was hurt, but I couldn't argue back. Justin was right. I was useless. A tiny tap on my shoulder. Hi, Barbie. Eat this. Thank you, sweetie. I'm Minnie. Minnie, why are you here? I couldn't look Justin in the eye after my disaster. How could I stay? My shoe broke again. Justin, it looks like a hungry crocodile. Cute, huh? But we've got to fix it. Use this tape till I can glue it, okay? Why did I feel so embarrassed? Aura, I jumped when Justin called my name. I'm sorry for lashing out. I was just... No, I'm sorry. It's cool, you were right. Want to make amends? Of course, I did. Come early tomorrow. Let's throw Minnie a birthday party. That night, I ordered Minnie some cool sneakers as a birthday gift. It was the first time a pair of shoes felt so meaningful, and I couldn't stop thinking about Justin and his words. They weren't sweet like Ken talking to Barbie, so why did I miss him? I barely know him. We decorated the house for Minnie's birthday. Just simple stuff like flowers, gifts, and a cake. But when Minnie saw it, her eyes just sparkled with joy. We all started singing. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Minnie. Happy birthday to you. Minnie blew out the candles with one big puff. Someone shouted, "Make a wish." I asked her, "So, what did you wish for?" "Let me guess. More toys." She shook her head. "New clothes?" "Nope," she said. "I wish for everyone here to live in a prettier house. A pink one would be awesome." I was so touched. She didn't wish for anything for herself. After the party, my friend Justin suggested we get Minnie a Barbie house. "We can't build a real pink house," he said, "but we can make her a toy one. She'd love it." Hearing that hit me hard. I remembered once I completely trashed a Barbie house my own dad had gifted me. The next day, we gave Minnie the gift. She gasped, "This is the best gift ever. Thank you." But then, suddenly, she started crying. I thought they were happy tears, but they weren't. Through her sobs, she whispered, "I miss my dad so much. He promised me a Barbie dream house, but he's not coming back. They say he's in a faraway place called heaven." That was the moment everything clicked for me. Family is the real prize, isn't it? That day, the first thing I did when I got home was run up and hug my dad as tight as I could. "Whoa there," he laughed. "Looks like our princess got a whiff of that new home smell today." "What do you mean?" I asked, confused. To my complete surprise, Dad dangled a set of keys right in front of my face. "A deal's a deal," he said, smiling. "We're so proud you finished your week at the kids' camp." Right? A whole week had flown by. I couldn't believe how fast time went. "Well, what do you think?" he asked. It's awesome," I said, looking at the keys. "I totally love it." My mum noticed my hesitation. Sweetie, you don't seem all that jazzed. It's not that, I explained. Can we gift this house to the kids at the camp? My parents looked shocked. Gift it? But isn't this the dream house you've always wanted? No, Dad, I replied, feeling more certain than ever. I think this gift would mean a lot more if we gave it to the people who really need it. My dad's eyes softened as he put his arm around me. That's our girl. The house was truly stunning. A 3-story pink mansion, complete with a slide and a swimming pool. The kids' reactions were priceless. This is freaking amazing. One of them shouted, "T." The camp director looked at me with tears in her eyes. I'm so grateful for what you're doing for these kids, she said. Thank you. Thanks for watching. If you were moved by this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. See you next time.